Welcome to Recovering Addict. My name is Jake, and I am a recovering substance user. A little bit about me: I long history of trauma. Long history of trauma. Until 2012, I was going pretty hard with meth and a few other substances. And then 2017, I decided to get serious about life and get into counseling, get into fitness, became a certified personal trainer, started working my steps. I had a relapse in last week, February of 2020, and just been going hard since. Went to SOAR, joined up with LT, Recovering Addict, and here I am doing this. So tonight we are going to go over the Connected Chile, and it is a book about trust-based relational intervention, a system of parenting, with 20 years of scientific backing for children from hard places. Hard places being abuse, trauma, neglect, even a stressful pregnancy, premature birth, or early hospitalizations can create the sensory issues that are present in these children. Now, the caveat is that this book is primarily written for foster children and adopted children, even international adoptions. But I feel that it is relevant to our population because we claim sole dominion over the realm of addiction to our children, because we have all done things. That is a very generalized statement, but we all have affected our children in ways that we couldn't comprehend, we weren't aware of. And so as a part of recovery, I've decided to become a champion for children and for parents to help their children, because I really feel very strongly when I say if you heal the child, you can stop the addict, potentially, if done properly. So, I forgot my 24 hours a day. I usually like to start with that. Allow me just a moment to get fully prepared. Oh! Whoop, whoop. There it is. Today is January 21st. Okay, so the AA thought of the day. To grasp the AA program, we have to think things out. St. Paul said, they are transformed by the renewing of their minds. We have to learn to think straight. We have to change from alcoholic thinking to sober thinking. That was interesting. We must build up a new way of looking at things. Before we came into AA, we wanted an artificial life of excitement and everything that goes with drinking. That kind of a life looked normal to us then. But as we look back now, that life looks the exact opposite of normal. In fact, it looks most abnormal. We must re-educate our minds. Am I changing from an abnormal thinker to a normal thinker? Meditation of the day. I will take the most crowded day without fear. I believe that God is with me and controlling all. I will let confidence be the motif running through all the crowded day. I will not get worried because I know that God is my helper. Underneath are the everlasting arms. I will rest in them even though the day be full of things crowding in upon me. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may be calm and let nothing upset me. I pray that I may not let material things control me and choke out spiritual things. Now that's a good one. That's a good one. Choke out spiritual things. May be calm and let nothing upset me. I pray that I may not let material things control me and choke out spiritual things. I like that. I like that. It promotes an intrinsic set of values, a very internal, family oriented set of values. Because when we pursue the smartwatch or the 72-inch TV or the newest iPhone 37, things like that, like we are programmed to think that those are what is going to give us fulfillment, but they only fulfill us until the next best thing comes out. So I like that. Focus on relationships, find fulfillment in the little things. What is that? Do what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Just to throw some Dr. Peterson out there. Let's see who's here. Let's greet the chat. I don't know who LT's been clicking on. He's producing backstage. But Brittany, Cliffy Mac, how are you? It's good to see you. I believe you're a new face for me. Yeah, I would agree with that. We have myself. I'm here. Hi. Look. Hello. Brittany. We have Jester. Hello, love. Lish. Marilyn. Good evening, Marilyn. Big Hump. Kyle. We have Sky. Ooh. Miss Creepy Cat is here this evening with us. Okay. So I'm struggling again a little bit tonight. I worked all day, laid a bunch of storm drain. So if you bear with me. Well, it's good to have you, Stacia. So I believe I read Fear is a Powerful Driver. I believe that's where I was last Thursday. So I believe I read the table as well. So we'll just start with the paragraph after the table. What scares a child? What scares a child often seems inconsequential to adults. For example, fear of rainstorms is very common in children who have been brought up in an orphanage or other institution. Being sent alone to a room can trigger panic in a child terrified of and used to being abandoned. A simple touch or hug can be overwhelmingly scary to a child who was never held or rocked as a baby. Holiday fireworks will threaten a sensory-deprived child. I thought I silenced that. Whose early world was nearly silent and whose culture may not have had such vibrant celebrations. Without having lived these children's lives, it is hard for us to comprehend what they endured and what fears remain. Deciphering some examples of difficult behavior is the heading for the next little section. Ooh, Dash. Good job, Dash. That's awesome. Tell us in the comments how you did it. How that miracle happened. So, a harmed child's behavior may seem mysterious, heartbreaking, and even threatening. It can be erratic. Oh my goodness. I dropped the book. Wait. Okay. It can be erratic, swinging from sweet to vindictive. You may encounter hyperactivity or inattention, aggression, or withdrawal. Sorry, I was laughing because of the mishaps. If you forget where the child came from and how deep the impact of early neglect and abuse can truly be, you may be tempted to think, my child hates me. But remember, inappropriate behaviors are driven by old traumas, neurological limitations, and the appropriate urge to survive. Page 43. Oh, what? Is somebody reading this book with me? Is that what's going on? That's awesome. Behaviors are driven by old traumas, neurological limitations, and the appropriate urge to survive. Many troubled adoptive children don't yet have sufficient language to fully express themselves. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. I love it. I'm not sure I'm familiar with Alan either. Are you in the Discord, sir? Or, you know, that's awesome. And be careful of the cord. Okay. You gonna come say hi to the internet? This is Drake. For those who don't know, this is my son. Goodbye. Goodbye. You guys got a few more seconds of Drake time today. Excellent. Many troubled adoptive children don't yet have sufficient language to fully express themselves. They haven't grown up in a normal environment where they learn to modulate their own behavior. They are operating based on their own limited life experience. Awesome. I'm glad you are her sock. No, she's sock. Excellent. That makes me happy. Not that she's sick, that you're reading. They haven't grown up in a normal environment where they learn to modulate their own behavior. They are operating based on their own limited life experiences, complicated and compounded by their history and impairments. Here are some brief cases of difficult behavior with the motivation for them explained. A girl adopted at the age of 9 puts her hand right in a hot frying skillet on the stove. Reason: in the institution where she grew up in Russia, this little girl was never permitted in the kitchen. She is unfamiliar with kitchens, unaware of the dangers of heat from stoves, and curious about how foods cook. Thank you, Miss Creepy Cat. That's awesome. This one is for his son. Children of recovering parents fight the battle right alongside us. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you. A 7-year-old boy frequently walks into neighbors' houses unannounced and uninvited. Reason: this little boy lives alone on the streets and has no concept of private homes. The concept of nuclear families is foreign to him. A 6-year-old girl becomes angry, volatile, and distressed every time she gets close to a swimming pool or bathtub. Reason: she is having flashbacks that are causing her to panic because she witnessed her little sister being drowned. A 5-year-old girl and her mother are sitting in the car, waiting to pick up an older brother at his school. The little girl sits quietly in the back seat until a fire truck pulls up outside the school building. The girl suddenly starts clawing at her mother, climbing into the front seat as if someone flipped a switch and made her go berserk. Reason: her hearing is exceptionally sensitive due to sensory processing impairments. The little girl anticipated the pain that the fire siren would cause her and had an extreme fear reaction. Like there was another example of that auditory sensitivity. A little girl was able to hear someone drop a coin in a crowded grocery store 4 aisles away and lead her adoptive parent to the coin. Of course, after the parent denied her ability to hear such a noise. Waiting in line in the school lunchroom, an 8-year-old boy is unintentionally bumped by his classmate's tray. In response to the bump, the boy punches his classmate. Deprived of physical touch during his early years at an orphanage in Romania, I'm in the live stream, brother. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. Okay, go. Yep. Okay, wait. Sorry about that. Let me just fix this. Because that is twice I have been just alarmed. Reason: deprived of physical touch during his early years at an orphanage in Romania, the boy still has sensory defensiveness. He perceived being jostled as combat aggression and responded accordingly. Next header: tune into your child. Play detective and watch closely for situations that trigger physical or behavioral reactions in your child. This will help you respond more effectively to your child's needs. Observe how your child interacts with individuals and the environment. Here are some specific things to look for. How does he respond in noisy situations? To quiet settings? How does she respond to being touched? Are there things he prefers to touch or not touch? How does she respond to the sound of your voice, to other sounds? What toys or activities is he most drawn to? Are there certain activities that she will abandon quickly? What distance does he choose for interpersonal interactions with you? Does she display any repetitive actions that reveal nervousness? Does his heart pound even when he sits quietly? Are her fists clenched often? Are the pupils of his eyes unnaturally large or unnaturally small? When does your child seem happiest? When does your child appear the most calm? What situations tend to trigger a tantrum? Does he show signs of depression or rage? Becoming attuned to your child is an important part of healing attachment-challenged children. Seeing beyond misbehavior is the header for the last section in this chapter. Children who act out may appear strong but are surprisingly fragile inside. When their externalized misbehaviors are met with an assault of adult force, they come to believe that no one understands them or cares about their needs. This simply motivates further acting out. We always need to look beyond a difficult behavior and ask ourselves, what is this child really saying? What does this child really need? Behavior provides clues to the history of the child, his pain, his fear, his needs. Although we address misbehavior directly and quickly, we must also address it sensitively and responsively as a clue to the deepest needs of the child. Children who encounter deprivation or harm before they were brought home lack many types of connections. They can lack social connections, emotional connections, neurochemical connections, cognitive connections, and sensory connections. As a result, they easily become isolated in a world of their own. Our goal is to bring these children closer to us. Why, hello again. You okay? Enjoying your show?
Mhm.
Still watching Pokemon? Okay.
Yes, I am.
Yeah? You like it? Okay. Awesome.
What's with that?
What? Oh, you could have found a bummer episode.
Huh?
You could have found a bummer episode.
I mean, there's this thing in Pokemon that's called like Gigantic or something, where the Pokemon can go gigantic.
Thank you. Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Would you like to wish the internet good night?
Good night.
Hey, come on the screen. These people are fans of yours, dude.
Good night.
You just got you just made $10.
Huh?
A lady just donated $10 to you.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome. So say thank you. He's chewing. Sorry.
Thank you.
There you go. um, behavior provides the clues to the history of the child, his pain, his fear, his needs. Although we address misbehavior, we also must address it sensitively and responsively as a clue to the deepest needs of the child. I've also read that already. Um, Children who encountered deprivation or harm before they were brought home lack many types of connections. They can lack social connections, emotional connections, neurochemical connections. What stuff?
Yeah.
The rat? Okay. You want it on a plate?
Okay.
Okay. Cognitive connections and sensory connections. As a result, they easily become isolated in a world of their own. Our goal is to bring these children closer to us into our sphere of warm guidance and nurturing care so we can help them connect to their world and to the people who care deeply about them. Our intent is to see beyond maladaptive behaviors, ow, my beard is tangled, to the real child who has been holed up inside a fortress of fear. We use the term real child to refer to the core of highest potential inside a young person. It's always our goal to free up and reveal this magnificent inner core and to enable the child to experience his or her full potential as a loving, connected, and competent individual. Bookmark. So, cycling back just a little bit to the tuning into your child, I've noticed for a while that, like, Draco, when he vacuums, when he has the vacuum cleaner, he'll put on my industrial earmuffs because I'm not sure if he just doesn't like that noise, if it's like just too loud, but he's always like covered his ears. And then also when he's upset and finds himself in a deregulated state, he'll cover his ears, close his eyes, like try to remove as much sensory input as he can before being able to, calm down. But then also, like, brushing his teeth. I think the toothbrush, like his teeth are sensitive, and I think he's oversensitive to that. So I have to do make a lot of changes. Like, I can't get him like super cold water because it hurts his teeth, or like fleece blankets. Everybody loves fleece blankets, but there is definitely like a correlation between like the things that he enjoys and the things that just sort of like he really has a strong aversion to. What was another one? Like deep pressure. Like when when he does become dysregulated, and we go through the process of behavior matching and eye contact and breath work to help him self-regulate to come back to center. Like before we're done, I give him some hugs, which is standard, but with like pressure, like some squeezing pressure to like give him that deep tactile sensation, and that really like helps him level out like so much more. Like the way I'm not sure. Like I said in the past, I am reading this for the first time along with you. So I'm not sure if we're going to talk about the pillow sandwiches, but the children with sensory issues, sensory processing issues, like a technique to help them get the sensory input that they need is to make pillow sandwiches. So like you set down some pillows and you play a game, and you want some lettuce, and then like to lay down a pillow and just like make a whole bunch of like a stack of pillows on top of the child, and then lay down on top of the pillows to give them that calming pressure from above, like it's a lot of paying attention. And then like I've really been intrigued lately with Drake's progress since we started doing neural feedback, which is like brain training. With that, we can go into that at another time, but like there's a lot of changes between this system and neurofeedback, which is also to help calm arousal, like hyper arousal, and to activate different parts of the brain. It helps quiet fear, which is another big aspect of this, is helping your child let go of fear, learn to trust, learn attachment, things like that, to yeah. So and that goes along right with the next chapter 4. I am curious, is it time for a video like that?
Everybody, it's Steve Henry from The Steve Henry Show, and I've got a special offer for those that are in recovering addict. This is an amazing program, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody that has actually subscribed or become a member of this amazing organization, I'm going to give away another card. Yes, that's right, another one. Can you believe it? Anybody, this is all you got to do. You got to be 18. Yeah, you can't live in Guam. You got to live here, and you got to be a member of this fascinating recovering addict organization. I want you to go and actually hit the subscribe button on the Steve Henry Show and become an actual winner. You can win it now.
So if you want to win this car, you have to be a member of Recovering Addict. Then you got to go subscribe to the new Steve Henry Show on YouTube. Links are in below. Go there, subscribe, tell him Recovering Addict sent you. He's going to reach out, contact you, get your information, put you in for this drawing. And in February, end of February, March's time frame, somebody's going to win a car absolutely free, no purchase necessary. This isn't a joke. He's done it before. Go look at all his videos. You'll see. Hit that subscribe, like, obviously ring that bell. You need to stay notified. He's got videos coming out all the time and possibly more cars to win in the future. So stay tuned.
That's right. Go to the comment section and I will reply to each and every one of you coming over from Recovering Addict. Every one of you.
And he really does. He really does. I've dropped a couple of comments on what was oh goodness. It was the new murder mystery series that he's doing. Like, so the chapter 4 disarming the fear response with felt safety. 6-year-old Janie didn't have much of an appetite during the day at school, but later, when her attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, stimulant drugs wore off, she would become ravenous. One evening she asked, "Mommy, I'm hungry. Can I have a snack bar?" Busy in the kitchen preparing a large meal for the family, her mother replied, "No, sweetheart. In 10 minutes we're going to eat the chicken and vegetables I'm fixing for supper." Janie exploded into tears and began shrieking. "I hate you. I hate you. You are so mean. You are a mean mother. You never let me have anything." The little girl ran into her bedroom, slammed the door, and began to sob loudly. Horrified, Janie's bewildered and disappointed mom couldn't imagine what had triggered the outburst. Disturbing behaviors, tantrums, hiding, hyperactivity, or aggressiveness are often triggered by a child's deep primal fear. Youngsters like Janie can be physically safe in their new adoptive home, but past traumas encoded within their brains are easily reactivated. Hunger, abuse, or abandonment that occurred months or years ago can still trigger terror, which in turn leads to out of control behavior. Chronic fear is like a schoolyard bully that scares children into behaving poorly. Parents might easily confuse fear based outbursts with willful disobedience, but they are not the same thing at all. Like that's important. That is definitely a huge component of just, and I think maybe that, like, you're living in your house, and you know that you're safe, but you don't feel safe. And maybe that's the difference between a house and a home. Maybe that's what that is. That felt safety, That I think I digressed a little bit. Deep fear caused Janie to explode into tears when she was denied the snack bar. To the little girl who spent a painfully hungry year in an orphanage, the promise of dinner in 10 minutes was no real comfort. She remembered going to bed hungry every night after orphanage workers ignored her pleas for food. Even though Janie's mom understood that good food was coming shortly and her daughter was in no danger of starving, the traumatized, primitive part of Janie's brain just couldn't grasp that. Starvation is encoded in her deepest memory. When refused the snack bar, Janie panicked, fearing she would die of starvation. Helping a child feel safe builds trust. You can take an important step toward eliminating tantrums and misbehaviors and enabling learning and positive family relationships by providing an atmosphere where your children feel and experience safety for themselves. This strategy is called providing felt safety. You provide felt safety when you arrange the environment and adjust your behavior, so your child can feel in a profound and basic way that they are truly safe in their home and with you. Until your child experiences safety for himself or herself, trust can't develop, and healing and learning won't progress. Now, I used to be a yeller. I used to raise my voice. I was going through stuff too, and it took a while to realize that is not effective communication. That's not the way that you talk to anybody. And I fixed that. Like, I removed the yelling in my home. If we are yelling, it's because we were talking shit to each other, having a good time. We do have a tendency to get really, really loud really loud. But when it comes to disagreements, when it comes to anything that may need to be discussed as far as addressing an issue or a certain behavior that is causing disruption, it's always a low tone. Very aware of my voice. I have this really high intensity, and I have to pay attention to that, even if I am like, using a lower tone of voice, talking to John, talking to Drake. I just need to be aware of where my intensity is, because I have caused disruption before, just not even angry, not upset, but just I was like really intense with what I was saying, and put up walls, and my kids went on the defense and things like that. So there was a lot of changes that I had to make within myself so that my children could have that sense of felt safety. And we're still working on it. Progress, not perfection, is a very big deal. Remember, progress, not perfection, because even if you do everything perfectly, it's also like it takes time, and it's constant progress. Like, you can't just adopt all of these principles and just expect everything to be great overnight. It takes time. It definitely takes time. How might Janie's mother have responded in a way that provided felt safety? Yeah, it's because you're paying attention, Brad. Like, that's why. I thought I forced that one. I forced that one. How might Janie's mother have responded in a way that provided felt safety without spoiling her daughter's appetite for a home cooked meal? Here's how. Mommy, I'm hungry. Can I have a snack bar? Yes, dear. You may have a snack bar, but you may eat it right after supper. Mother puts the bar into her daughter's hands. Do you want to put it beside your plate on the dinner table, or keep it in your pocket until dinner is over? What up, Aubrey? Oh, yeah. This simple act would reassure Janie in a visceral way that she won't go hungry. She still isn't permitted to eat until dinner time, but now she can touch the food and know it is hers to eat. Deciding whether to put the bar on the table or keep it with her helps Janie feel more in control of the situation and lets her practice self-control. Small choices like this are comforting to a traumatized child and build trust. Just to underscore the penetrating depth of food-related fears, consider that even as an adult, one highly acclaimed Academy Award-winning actor always carried a candy bar in the pocket of his suit, no matter where he went or what he did. He once fished it out and showed it to an interviewer during a TV show. His exceptionally impoverished childhood left him with such a fear of hunger that fame and fortune could not erase it, even decades later. So, really, you ready? You up for a daily reflections? Yeah.
Sure.
Sweet. My throat's feeling a little parched. I'm a little bit clamped.
I'm keeping my hat off for Clay. All right, yeah, for Clay.
Clay.
Me and Clay.
So that he knows he can't get your business?
January 21st. Link Ty's birthday. He just turned 13 today. Special boy.
Link,
Yeah.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
We're-
Link!
Yeah.
Everybody's saying happy birthday.
Hey, Miss Creepy Cat, thank you. And I'm glad you're here. Sorry for your loss. And I understand the funeral took it out of you, but keep the faith. You know you're going to see him one day just like we will. There's Pajama Boy right there.
Oh, he's on his long johns.
And we can bring Big Hump on, too, for a quote of the day. I'll drop that link in there for you, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I will read the daily reflections, and we'll wait for Big Hump to pop in. But serving my brother, right? We're all brothers and sisters. The member talks to the newcomer, not in a spirit of power, but in a spirit of humility and weakness. Alcoholics Anonymous comes of age, page 279. As the days pass in AA, I ask God to guide my thoughts and the words that I speak. In this labor of continuous preparation in the fellowship, I have numerous opportunities to speak. So I frequently ask God to help me watch over my thoughts and my words, that they may be the true and proper reflection of our program, to focus my aspirations once again to seek his guidance, to help me be truly kind and loving, helpful and healing, yet always filled with humility and free from any trace of arrogance. Today, I may very well have to deal with disagreeable attitudes and utterances, the typical stock and trade attitude of the still suffering alcoholic. That's how we do it. You know, we love one another, and it's principles over personalities. And when we're a little bit further along in recovery than the newcomer and they lash out at us or they say stuff that we don't agree, right? If this should happen, it's going to take a moment to center myself in God so that I will be able to respond from a perspective of composure, strength, and sensibility. I like that. Think before you speak. And if you get offended by what a newcomer may say, just swallow your pride, center yourself with God, and then speak, something that'll edify and uplift. That's what I got. Link, you got anything to say on your birthday? This kid survived. He's another year older.
I'm just happy that I made it through another year of life.
Happy anniversary
Thanks
of your
again.
escape.
Yeah, we love you. Oh, that's for Linky.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to jump out and let Big Hum jump in.
Big Hump. What up, brother? Wearing the flat cap, huh?
Live?
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
I'm nervous here. You don't talk to people in 10 months, you get a little nervous.
We got the flat cap brothers going on.
All right. I did it out of respect to my man. So I'm gonna take a quick tour. 15-second tour. Y'all good?
Yeah.
All right. See if I can not mess this up. So LT, you can help me with my schematics. Jake, you can help me with see what we got here. We got
Oh, there's your bike. Bikes, plural. Hell yeah.
tons of them.
That's sick.
We can work on the bikes.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at here. We're going live. I want to stand in the mic like the rest of the fellows.
I love it.
Got a microphone, brother.
You know what to do with your hands.
Hey, I can fake it till I make it, right? Got the studio presentation.
Oh, yeah.
Hanging out with the fam.
I love the multiple monitors, dude. You got to have multiple monitors.
Oh, I got a chair to sit down in, and I'm not really doing it yet, but you got to motivate me, LT. You the big dog, man. I want to stream. I want to upgrade my network server, so I'm not cutting out all the time and stuff like that. But
Let's make it happen. I'm
I'm
down.
here, bro. I'm here.
I am.
Yeah.
360. So that was my 15-second message, man. Everybody stay safe. Enjoy what you're doing throughout the holiday season. which is beyond us. We're not gonna speak on. Just everybody stay safe, stay blessed. Stay into your hobbies. Just keep it moving, man. Stay focused on your recovery, man.
Oh yeah.
So that was my advertisement, my check-in. Stay recovery, gang.
Oh yeah.
Be
Love
blessed.
it, man. We love it.
Check on YouTube. I got like 12 followers, but I'm gonna tell you guys how to fix these bikes.
Oh, drop your link.
Yeah.
Drop your link in the comment, bro, so we can jump over there.
Oh yeah. I'll give you a subscribe.
For sure.
Already, bro.
Oh yeah.
Hammock gang.
Yeah.
All right.
Life.
This motherfucker, man. I'm coming for you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming for you, bro.
All right, brother. Drop that link
All right.
in the description and we'll jump over and subscribe.
Hey, I'm sweating and working hard, man. Everybody stay safe.
All right, bro. Later.
Too. Love you, brother.
That was cool.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool.
Oh yeah.
Merc says you're looking healthy, Hump. Good shit.
Howdy, huh?
Keep moving in recovery. Yeah. Love it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Arturo says he'll subscribe. Tootie says he'll subscribe to you. Drop that in the chat.
What's
Or in
up?
Discord even too. All right, Jake, how's your voice? You good to go?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we're out.
Okay. So real quick, besides YouTube, what up? Besides
It's
YouTube,
good practice, but I don't have much to say right now.
yeah.
But in the future, if people want to talk about depression and things like that along those lines, that's
Okay.
what my channel is plugged about. But I'm not there yet. But everybody stay tuned, and we're gonna continue to build the community, man. I'm gonna work on my nerves.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Takes practice, man. Takes practice. But I just wanted to ask the chat, what have you all done for your recovery today, aside from sitting here with me, listening to me, drop shit, throw phones, magic school bus and things like that. Just let's get a little bit of a check-in here. Now that we've got 10 minutes. I did this. This is what I'm doing. Had some really great conversations with my little brother. He's got a new baby on the way, and he's gone full dad mode. Like losing his mind over COVID, like losing his stuff.
I'm gonna put Hump over in the corner chilling on the.
All right. What are you doing for your recovery today, Hump? Outside of this.
To be honest, I missed the 1 o'clock meeting. I got down on myself. But that doesn't determine it's a bigger discussion, man. So we have to tune in and get me more comfortable on the microphone. But to be honest, day to day, I wake up every morning, I try to break eggs and just try to start over fresh. That's my condition. In America, we're in a new program, a new regime. So without getting into too much, like my anxiety is kind of, it's just one of those things. So you see my environment, you see my livelihood, and I hope to connect and reach out and speak out. But definitely not absent, man. I'm present. I'm just not visible.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I see you posting on Discord. I see you posting. I see you there. I see you. Like shit. It's been real. It's really been a nice change. Like you were in those damn bushes hard. Like, but you never left that Discord. Everybody.
Yeah.
Like every week,
Well,
someone was like, "I'm going hump hunting. I'm going back to the bushes."
If we're gonna be honest and we're gonna be fam, like you came at me because I bought cheap coffee. And I was like, man, I don't know about coffee, like cheap coffee. Like, I don't know a coffee maker. And it's just a lane to learn about progression and conversation. Like, I don't.
What are we talking about? Coffee?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then we talked about hammocks and things. And, it's a bigger conversation and a progressive movement, which I'm not the advocate of or anything like that. But I'm coming out of my shell. Y'all got me on here like faking like a live mic and we're doing good, and I love the movement. Anything I could do to support and work on my stuttering to support the movement and support the brand and just bring it to me. Like there's ideas and support and everything, and we're here tonight on Thursday, and we're rocking with you, man. So Jake, you got it, man. Lead us. We supporting you. We rocking with you. So it's your show, fam.
All right. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's see.
We're not sexy as Cassie, but we're gonna make it through the evening.
Oh yeah. So next section is the header is disarming the primitive brain's fear response. If a child feels threatened, hungry, or tired, her primitive brain jumps in and takes over. Physically located in areas of the brain such as the amygdala, this primitive brain constantly monitors basic survival needs and behaves like a guard on patrol. When the primitive brain is on duty, more advanced areas of the brain, particularly those that handle higher learning, reasoning, and logic, get shut down. Helping a child feel safe relaxes and disarms the primitive part of her brain. We purposefully soothe and disengage the primitive brain so it won't bully the child into poor behavior. When a child feels genuinely safe, the primitive brain lets down its guard and allows trust to blossom and bonding to begin. Parts of the brain that control higher learning can operate. Children who feel safe are free to heal and become secure, trusting children. Providing an atmosphere of felt safety disarms the primitive brain and disarms fear, reduces fear. It is a critical first step toward helping your child heal and grow. Next subsection. Chronic fear causes hypervigilance. Reducing fear can even minimize behavior such as agitation and constant movement. Similar to those seen in attention deficit disorders, we have encountered many harmed children who are not truly hyperactive. Instead, they are hypervigilant. This occurs when children are so traumatized by abusive and unpredictable caretakers or situations during their earlier lives that their primitive brain remains locked in a state of high alert, keeping them perpetually on guard.
Other than institutionalization, have you ever experienced encountering that like level of adult supervision where it's inappropriate? Like, have you ever been in a foster home?
I am not, but I've been
To the listeners that have it could be a tough situation. Like, it's how do you speak to every individualized situation, man? It's tough.
It is, and that's like, but that also depends on what, on like what you mean specifically, because like, are we talking about the hypervigilance?
I'm tiptoeing. And it might be a conversation for a bigger day. I just wanted to.
Yeah, well, because okay. Yeah. Okay.
I directly apologize for interrupting you, bro.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. You're good. I had to think about that. Still thinking about that.
It's hard to open up, at an opportune time.
No, like I was never in foster care, but
Right. But we've been in jail. There's things we can have a common communication about. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I don't mean to throw you off and make you awkward. Like, ooh,
Oh, no,
you ain't
you're
never in a fucking foster home. You ain't never been in this situation. I just
Like,
want to bring it to the listeners. Has anybody ever been in that situation? As I have.
yeah.
Harmlessly saying, like, I don't want to bring it to the forefront, and I don't want to damn near want to turn off my lights and stuff. But
Yeah. My
if we're gonna have an open and honest conversation, which at this point we're gonna lean towards, so
yeah. Well, and
Maybe
that,
not this evening, but you know.
like, and that's what this like. This book is like. Where is it? Well, anyway, this book is written for children, in foster care, and adopted children, specifically, but it does translate to
Absolutely.
like the addicted home,
Absolutely.
you know.
Absolutely.
Like I haven't been in foster care necessarily, but I was in and out of, detention when I was in high school. I spent more time behind bars than I did on the streets until 2012. Like between the years of 2000 and 2012, I was pretty much locked up for one thing or another.
Healthy conversation. By no means am I questioning you. I was more willing to unnerve myself and throw myself out there and be vulnerable and be like, here was my experiences.
Well, then, what was your experience there, huh? Like, are you willing to share?
As we build and continue to build, yeah. But I don't want to overrun the clock with my stories and but there's a connection there, bro.
You want to be, you want to make next Thursday?
Hey, I'm here. I got the connection now. So
you want to be my special guest? We can talk for an hour, dig into that.
I'm pretty boring, man. I just want to chime in and support you, bro.
Let's hear your story.
I think.
Let's hear your story. You ready to share your story?
No, sir. My story is irrelevant. I think people want to see me support. They don't want to hear my story.
Let's ask the chat. Who wants to hear Hump's story?
I have a story.
Look, Des, right there, Hump Fan Club.
I do.
The Truth, Big Hump, LT.
I do.
You want to hear a story once, LT, or you want to bring me back every day? You know what I mean? To have a conversation and a dialogue.
Yeah, he could be your pop-in host on Thursday.
There it is. There it is.
We'll do baby steps.
Baby steps. So I can wash my walls and get them white and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's brown right now.
Soupy says.
I'm just barely breaking out.
Right there.
Barely
Look.
breaking out right now.
Bomb. Look at Soupy. Everybody wants to hear Hump's story.
I got no story. Share my
Truth.
story. This is it. I'm here with y'all.
Spill it, Hump.
Man.
Mark says, I'd listen. Oh, look at that.
Support the brand. Support the brand. If I get 5 likes, 5 purchases, I'll tell my story.
You heard it. You heard it.
I like where your head's
You're committed. You're committed.
Got a good
5
one.
purchases. 5 subscribes? Is that what you're talking about?
5 purchases. 5 hoodies, 5 t-shirts, whatever, 5 purchases.
For the Recovering Addict hoodies?
Yeah. Support the brand.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You guys hear that? You guys hear that? So.
Don't hold me to the push-ups. I'll tell a story.
Did you do the push-up?
I got push-ups coming. I got to do it on video chat because pictures don't tell the truth.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So.
Before I get that far backlogged, I love the community. I am not trying to. Jay, you doing good, fam.
Oh, yeah.
So email me and we can maybe do something once a week and get my nerves off, but I'm sweating like bullets right now. So all the Recovering Addict family stutter a lot, but I love y'all, man. Y'all be safe.
Excuse me.
And we got good things in the future, I hope.
Yeah. And while we're talking about while we're trying to strong arm Hump into telling us his story, if anybody else wants to come on to this stream on every other Thursday, twice a month, and we'll do an interview style stream, and you can share your story, like let us know. Like, because that was the original intent of Thursday night, was twice a week, twice a month, connected child. The other 2 weeks, an interview, like with a guest.
Make sure you introduce yourself on Zoom.
Absolutely. So because I shared my story, LT shared his, Felice shared hers. We had Zach. Who else do we have?
It's not that I didn't share my story now. I'll go back in the history files and show that I did share my story.
Oh, Jerry's down. He's gonna jump on your show.
We have a story.
Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry.
Jerry and Mallard.
Jerry. I'm not going to exploit us.
Who's Jerry?
Are you talking about Discord, Susan? I will drop that in the chat right now.
Jerry, I'm bringing you out. We still waiting for that race for you and LT.
Who is Jerry?
Jerry's been around a long time.
I'm showing my age over here, man. I'm showing my age, man.
Jerry's been around since pretty much the beginning.
Yeah, bring Jerry in for the foot race.
But I'm getting fit, bro, so I might be able to beat him in a foot race now.
You might be right.
Got to make sure I got my knee brace.
Jerry ain't made no appearances, so you might have him.
We could do like 100-yard dash.
Yeah.
Stopwatch.
100.
We both all right.
40.
40-yard dash with the stopwatch, and we can both film it and post it on somewhere. That's it.
Oh,
About
no.
that.
Brute Showdown.
I got shit to work on.
I don't know who Jerry is.
He don't want no smoke.
LT is the smoke.
Susan, thank you for watching.
Motherfucker want the smoke.
40, yeah, you don't care.
The truth is Jerry. Is that what I'm understanding now?
Yeah, the truth is Jerry. And that's the truth.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Serenity prayer?
What Susan, what app are you talking about? Discord? Yeah, I'm ready for the prayer, brother. Susan, the app would be Discord if you want to really get connected in this recovering addict family. That's what the link that I just dropped in there. You download it and join us, and that's where you can really get to know all of us. Everybody here talking. Discord would be the name of that app. I'll put that brand back up the top of the screen. It's that little right.
My viable LT. Should I check in more often, y'all?
Hell yeah. Definitely, dude. I think you Thursday popping in with Jake or even on our show, dude. I love
I'm
it.
in my studio. I'm upgrading, man. I'm gonna get it right.
I like it. I like the bikes. I like the toolbox, and I love the multiple monitors.
This is a man cave right now. It's not really a but the bikes, Jake, bikes. I'm about to do some body by Jake.
Hell yeah.
Body by Jake's.
Yeah, show y'all some bicycles and
Yeah.
about to get the e-bikes going and things you'll never. We'll see.
Okay.
All right, I'm down. Prayer.
Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
There's Felice right here. If y'all are wondering.
What up? So, don't put yourself in high-risk situations. Stay strong, work your program, and remember, we recover better together.